She's telling us about the girl in the box right now. She's telling us her true crime stories.
I'm gonna get Shoshana into true crime because listen, true crime is like the most interesting thing. Okay, so she was talking about Dahmer and she's like, you already knew about Dahmer. I'm like, I obviously knew about Dahmer. Dahmer's the most. Anyway, so I'm telling her about the girl in the box. So her name was Colleen. And I was telling her in the 70s and the 80s, like there wasn't really stranger danger. Like that's a new concept for us as a people. And hitchhiking was very, very common back in the day.
Crazy, right?
Very,
just
like
get in a car with a stranger
and
take
car,
me
just
in.
A couple stops them. It's like, oh, I can take you. Where are you trying to go? Whatever. A couple, like a young couple, man and a woman with a baby. Okay. She's like, okay, this is like a family.
Yeah.
They're not gonna hurt me, like obviously. Pretty much, she becomes their sex slave for the next like 7 years.
Lord.
And they call her the girl in the box because he built like a contraption. So she was in their truck. They built a contraption to put over her head, and it had like nails, and like it was like you couldn't see, you couldn't hear, you couldn't do anything, and that's where she lived. And she lived also like in like a little compartment under their bed. That's where she would sleep. That's where they would keep her, and she was like enslaved to them pretty much. She became their nanny because they even had their own kids there, and like
no, not the nanny.
Literally, like the kids got used to it because like kids, like anything you show them, it
Yeah.
becomes normal to them. They don't know anything, right? That story is crazy. And then shit, I was gonna tell you another story.
Okay, you know what? Why don't we go get the pizza? Let's go get the pizza.
You guys can listen to all these stories on Morbid or My Favorite Murder. Those two are my
Podcasts?
favorite podcasts. Like they're so good. Anyway,
Maybe I'll get into it if I have the balls one day. My hair looks crazy, guys, or my face. Shut up. Okay, I had the worst morning. Start of my day.
I had to call the police almost.
No, seriously.
I was not sure what happened to her.
Today is just not the vibe.
Welcome back to the channel. So different setup today because we're tired of eating cold food, you know, sometimes in the car.
This you need fresh.
We went to the famous Pizza Maru.
Oh, it's hot.
It's hot to
hot.
Oh my god.
This is the cheese kaboom.
Oh my god, this actually looks very beautiful.
It smells fantastic. It's giving Pizza Hut. Here,
We have to do chicken wings as well. I just can't have pizza on its own. Like I have to have like I need extra things.
We know.
I don't eat one thing at once.
Okay.
Oh, she's okay.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Hold on, let me get that.
Whoa. If you're lactose intolerant,
This is not for you.
where's the sauce? Oh, it needs a sauce.
Yes. This is like cheese in city.
It's almost like a deep dish.
Can you imagine they have deep dish, so it's even deeper than this?
This is like 1,000 layers of cheese, I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
Chicken wings?
Oh yeah. Good.
Chicken wings are so good. Today we're gonna be doing Am I the Asshole? Reddit confessions.
Yep.
Obviously that's what we do now. We're officially a Reddit channel. Woo! If you guys don't know what Am I the Asshole is, it's basically people telling Reddit their situation and they leave it up to the audience to decide if they're the asshole or not. Yeah, they just can't tell if they're in the wrong or not. Like they just don't know.
They need
some
like
help.
some unbiased opinions. So we have chosen some stories. And what we do here on the channel is I pick my own, she picks her own, and we bring them and we're gonna cue the commentary. We're gonna talk about it and we're gonna leave it up to the audience and give our own opinions as well on if they are the asshole or not.
Am I the asshole for telling a fellow mother of a special needs child that my daughter is not responsible for her child? I have 2 children who we'll call Maria, 14 female, and David, 7 male. David is on the autism spectrum.
Okay.
He is non-vocal and requires a fair bit of specialized care. Since his birth, Maria has had to take on a partial caring role for David for a variety of reasons. I make sure that this is not to an extent where she is taking care of him. However, just enough so that she can help out while not losing out on her own life and experiences as a child. Unfortunately, this does not always work out as intended, and sometimes Maria does have to step up when I and my husband fail. But I always make sure to make it up to her and reward her for the time she helps us out. This summer, I enrolled Maria in a summer art program. She had been looking forward to it for months and was ecstatic on the first day. This enthusiasm quickly turned sour and she stopped wanting to go after only the first 2 weeks. This was because Maria was essentially assigned to watch over a girl we'll call Helen. Helen is a girl who's also on the autism spectrum. I know Helen's mother personally, and when she learned that her daughter and mine were going to be in the same art classes over the summer, she asked the organizers personally to essentially assign Maria to be Helen's mandatory friend over the summer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Over the first 2 weeks, Maria was essentially burdened with Helen. She spent a good chunk of the class time helping Helen out with her own projects instead of being able to work on her own.
Aww.
Yeah, she also at one point had to help one of the teachers out when Helen began to have an anxiety attack and did not get to do any of the art the entire day. When I learned of this, I was livid. I contacted the organizers of the art program and went off, demanding my money back and threatening to report them for having a student, and a minor at that, responsible for the care of a special needs child. They let it slip to me that Helen's mother told them that I and her were close friends, which is not the case. I called Helen's mother up as well and went off, demanding to know where she got the nerve to ruin my child's own experience and treat her like a caretaker for her own child. I claimed that Helen wanted to do the art program, but she was afraid that she would not be able to do it alone, that Maria had experience with special needs children, and that she felt safe with her being next to Helen's side. She then yelled at me, called me a heartless asshole, and said that I should know where she was coming from. I got my money back Monday, and I'm looking into private art tutoring options for Maria. When my husband learned what happened, he lost it, said that I should be understanding of Helen's mother, considering my own situation. So now I'm second guessing myself. Am I the asshole?
Oh my god, no, you're not the asshole. Okay, for the moment when Helen had an anxiety attack, that would be appropriate for Maria to step in, because like she's experienced that before, and that makes sense. But for the mom to secretly say, well, I know that she has an autistic sibling, so she's gonna know what to do, so can you just like make sure that they're together all the time?
Yeah.
Like, not thinking about Maria at all. And I'm sure, like, I obviously have no idea what it's like to raise a child with autism, right? But if you're deciding to send them to an art program, to a place where they're going to be alone, it's like, you need to make the assessment on your own. What if Maria wasn't there? And then to also like get her as like a caretaker, because like you pay for caretakers. So like you're gonna make a 14-year-old who's paying for an experience to go to, like, she's like literally a kid, to like have fun at art camp or whatever, to now be like, it is a burden. And like she was like probably excited to like do something on her own, and I'm sure like she's like not resentful towards her brother, but it's like at the end of the day, you still want your own life. And that's so bright. Like, that is so brave of someone to like secretly do it to your kid and not ask.
That's my thing. Like,
how entitled can you be?
I know.
And I kind of don't like that the husband is like, you should be like, I get it, I understand.
I'm not sure, like, I'm making assumptions here, but maybe he's upset at the way she handled it.
Maybe.
Like, she did handle it in a weird way. Like, she yelled at the mom. Like, you know, I wouldn't yell at the mom. I would just be like, hey, like, maybe you should have talked to me about this. Like, I could have talked to Maria about this. Like, you know, it could have been a conversation instead of just assigning her that role.
You know what I'm tired of? Do you know what I'm tired of?
Conversations?
No, I'm tired that we always are not allowed to be emotional. Like, we're not allowed to be mad. Because listen, this mom probably has a lot of mom guilt about how much her daughter is already helping out in the house. It's like, I just want you to be a kid. I want you to enjoy things. I know you're already taking on such a burden at home.
Yeah. But the other mom doesn't know that. Like, she does, like,
though.
She's used to this. She has an autistic brother. She probably knows how to handle meltdowns. Like, they do have meltdowns often, you know what I mean? Like, she knows. Maybe she thought it wasn't gonna be so much of a burden on her. Like, maybe she thought the teachers or the people there would be handling a majority of it, but like, it ended up being her.
But she's saying, like, can you make sure, like, assign them as friends and make sure they stay together?
Yeah.
And then to say, like, me and her mom are close friends, like, that's so weird.
And they're not close friends.
They're not close
like,
friends. But maybe she just doesn't know what a close friend is. Like, I've realized a lot of people don't know what the definition of things are. Maybe to her that is her close friend. I do think it would have been more productive, you're right, for the mom to be like, listen, she has a brother at home that she takes care of a lot. I sent her here for the purpose to escape that, to have her own experience. And you doing that without my consent is, first of all, extremely disrespectful. And then second of all, like, you just don't have a right to do that. Like, you don't know what our family situation is. You don't know what she goes through. You're right. Like, you don't get anything done by yelling at people. And you don't get anything done by, like, being super emotional outwardly. Like, you can feel how you feel inside. If you want people to listen to you, you have to be reasonable.
Yeah.
So I get that.
But
So
she's
is she
not
the
the
asshole? I don't
No.
think she's the asshole.
She's not the asshole. In fact, I think the mom is the asshole. The other
Yeah,
mom is
yeah.
the asshole. Like,
Same.
you're very inconsiderate.
And I'm sure, you know, you as a parent, you know how much of a responsibility it is to have to watch over someone who is autistic or, you know, on the spectrum.
Or anyone who might need extra attention. It's like, to be assigned that at all times is not fair.
Yeah, people get paid for this, you know,
And people
are getting...
take turns. Am I the asshole for taking my newborn son and going to my mom's house because my husband and his mom didn't save me any food for dinner? I, female 32, gave birth to my son 5 weeks ago. My husband's mom has been camping in the living room ever since and inviting people over, making a mess in the house, etc.
Eek. That already?
I said nothing because if I opened my mouth, my husband would start scolding me, saying his mom is there to help and I should be grateful. What I did was ignore her and focus on my son. I handle feeding, diaper change, cleaning, wiping. I only get a few hours of sleep, so my husband's mom isn't really helping with the baby. But I thought to myself, well, at least she cooks for us. Last night, I was in the bedroom breastfeeding my son. I knew I was late for dinner, but I thought that my husband and his mom saved a plate for me. Once I got done with my son, I walked out the room and saw my husband and his mom sitting and watching TV. I asked about dinner and my husband said it was probably on the stove.
It's probably in quotations.
Yeah, probably as in quotations. As I was walking towards the kitchen, his mom loudly said that she didn't save me any food. I was absolutely shocked and I asked her why, and she simply said, well, we didn't see you at the dinner table, so I thought you weren't hungry. I lost it and yelled that I was feeding my son. Of course I was hungry. I was actually starving. She shrugged her shoulders and said it wasn't her fault that I didn't show up for dinner. But she knew damn well that I was with my son and hadn't eaten a thing in hours. My husband asked me not to raise my voice at his mom, but I told him that he saw what happened, didn't think about me being hungry and needing food. He lashed out asking what the F word I wanted him to do, and I said, I don't know, maybe save some food for me? She defended him, saying it's selfish of me to basically berate him for eating his dinner after working long hours at the department. She made an edit after, and it's the police department. He's like an officer.
Okay.
An argument ensued and I went inside the bedroom, packed a small bag for me and my son, called my brother to come take me to my mom's house, and my husband blew up at me as I was making my way out. We argued at the door and he told me that what I was doing was uncalled for and childish. I told him I couldn't take his mom anymore. He said I should be ashamed of myself for talking about her like that after she literally put her life on pause so she could help me out. My brother came and I got into his car and I left. He picked some food for me on the way and I ate like a hungry bear. My husband never stopped calling though. In the last text he called me nuts and demanded that I return today, but I said I miss my mom and that I like it here in her clean home with her healthy food and I would like to stay here for a while. He lost it and got his family involved, accusing me of keeping his son away from him and punishing him over food. So, am I the asshole?
It's giving postpartum a little bit. Like,
really?
a little emotional, a little too emotional. I think so.
I mean,
like,
it's possible.
Taking the child away, his child away and going to the mom's house for a week, he said. I think it's a little, yeah, that's a little erratic, I think.
See, I was thinking
blowing up too, like, you know, blowing, because you could have easily like got food or like, you know, like
I know, but
food.
like, okay, this is what I'm thinking. Like, it's been 5 weeks, right? Like, since she had a baby, and like that's like probably a very intense time after a baby. Like, there's a lot of things to do, and she's saying that her mom is there inviting people over, making a mess, like, and the only thing that she really did to actually help was cook food.
So you don't think she's the asshole?
I don't know. I think there's something so inconsiderate about knowing that she's in the next room breastfeeding and she hasn't eaten.
Okay, yeah.
And then like not saving her a plate. Like, why would you make food and not have enough for her afterwards? I think that is so selfish.
See, my thing is how you react to things. I don't think that you should have left that abruptly and like cussed out the mom and shit. Like, I feel like you should have just said, next time can you leave food for me, you know? And if it happens again, cool.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
but once you live alone and you invite people over and they make a mess and
just
don't even like clean up after themselves or don't even like, you
Imagine
know, like,
she's
put their food in
inviting
the sink.
other people over and she has a
And
newborn.
5 weeks of doing this, I'm speaking up after the first week.
That's
like,
what I'm saying,
clean up
like,
after yourself.
But
Don't do that.
Clearly, like, it seems like it's kind of hard to talk about this stuff with him. He's gonna defend his mom.
Oh, husband, then clean up after your mom.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe you're right. Maybe leaving was too much, but you're also, maybe it is postpartum. It's like,
Yeah.
you should know I'm in a very like, I just
Very
gave birth.
sensitive,
Like, it's
very
like not an easy
emotional,
time
yeah.
for me right now, and you guys should be helping me and telling me that you didn't think about me when I'm just a few feet over there. Like, I'm in the room breastfeeding your child and your grandson, and you didn't think that I would be hungry. You didn't even ask me.
That's the thing. You should have
Like-
asked. You should have popped in and be like, are you hungry? Like, you know, you had a long day
where's the
of
love? Where's the
caring for your child.
I don't know, to me that is so inconsiderate. Okay, like, did you see that there was a post like a while ago, this woman was explaining why she divorced her husband. She was usually the one to go grocery shopping, right?
Yeah.
And she would always get his favorite things, like she would get everything for the house, and for years she's been the one doing the grocery shopping.
Yeah.
And then one day he went grocery shopping. He went and only got things for himself, and he didn't get, there's this one cookie that she loves so much.
No.
And she's like, you hate me. And divorced him. She's like, the one time you have to consider me, and it's like you didn't consider me at all. Like, you didn't think about me. You didn't realize that I'm always eating the same cookies. I've been living with you for like, they're like an older couple.
No.
And she's like,
divorce over a cookie?
I'm sure there was other things.
I know, but
it was the inconsideration of him, like, don't you know I eat these cookies every day? They're done, and you didn't get me my cookies. You don't love me.
Just a little dramatic. Just a little.
But I get it.
No, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. It happens. Shit happens. What do you mean?
Maybe divorce was a lot.
No.
Divorce is a lot.
Yeah, over... What are you going to tell the judge? What is this divorce over? In consideration. He went grocery shopping and did not bring... What are you telling the judge that for? Like,
I don't know. Maybe my love language is like acts of service. Like, that's one of my love languages. Like, if you are not thinking about me, I feel unloved. Like, I feel like you... Like, how could you not think about me? Like, I'm always thinking about you.
okay, but back to this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of the asshole. I'm sorry.
I disagree. I don't think she's an asshole.
I kind of think she is the asshole.
I don't think so. Like, maybe she needed space. She's like, you know what? I need to be people who make me feel loved. I'm already in a vulnerable state.
Yeah.
And I know at home, people are gonna make sure I eat. People are not gonna overwhelm me with cleaning an
She
area.
said, my mom's clean house
with healthy food.
Marrying into a family or having someone's child, like having a child with someone,
It's such
you
a
really
risk.
have to
Such a
take
risk.
account
For everything.
for their mother-in-law, sister-in-law, like their side of the family, and how compatible you guys are.
Because you guys are marrying
that
families.
is really, you know, it's a key factor. You really are going to see them a lot.
Yeah.
Once you have a kid, oh, their grandma's there.
Yeah. So you think she's the asshole?
I do think she's the asshole.
I don't
just
think she's the asshole.
In that situation, I'm sorry. Am I the asshole because I told my girlfriend not everyone is attracted to you?
What? Newsflash. I didn't know that.
I met my girlfriend Val a year and a half ago. We've been together exclusively for a year and some change. We have fun together, same sense of humor, interested in the same things. When we first met, she had low self-esteem. I would compliment her a lot of the times and try to build her up. Now I think that was a mistake.
Uh-oh. Yo, that's a real thing.
It really is.
When you start to like big someone up too much and their head gets too big and you can't undo it.
No,
You can't undo it.
You can't.
Okay.
Everything was smooth sailing, but for the last few months, she's been telling me about different guys that have told her they're interested in her and would ask her out if she was single or have checked her out. First, I was just like, okay, cool, I guess, because I didn't really know how I was supposed to react. She continued doing it. Sometimes it was somebody she worked with, other times just some random dude she passed in a store. A couple weeks ago, I said something about my female friend's girlfriend. Val said, oh, insert friend's name, is gay? I thought she was checking me out before. I pretty much just rolled my eyes at that. We went swimming a few weeks ago. After we walked by a couple guys, Val said, did you see that? They were checking me out. I seen them sitting there, but it didn't look like they checked her out. They just looked in our direction when we walked by. The last straw was last weekend. We went by my friends from work's house for a birthday party. My friend Will was there. Will is a really nice guy, can talk to anyone and make them feel welcome.
Yeah.
He's also gay. Him and Val really got along and were chatting a while. On our way back to my place, Val said, I think Will might have a crush on me. I said, doubt it. He's just friendly. She said, no, it seemed like he was interested. I said, Will is gay. Val said, well, then he must be bi because he was checking me out. I sort of snapped and said, this has got to stop. Everyone is not attracted to you or checking you out. Some people are just looking in your direction or being nice.
Yeah.
She said, don't be jelly, I get looks and you don't.
Hey,
don't be jelly, I get looks and you don't.
Hey.
Her way of saying jealous. I said, I'm not jealous, but this is beyond annoying. You sound conceited. It's a major turnoff. I ended up telling her she should go home that night instead of staying over at my... She texted me Tuesday and said, when you're ready to apologize for acting like a jealous asshole, let me know. I don't think I should apologize, but maybe I was being jealous and this is something I should just deal with. Am I the asshole?
You're not the asshole.
You're not
this
the
kind of shit
asshole.
is so annoying.
I
hate people like this.
Yeah. Like,
Like-
I actually hate people like this. Like,
Maybe because I'm so self-deprecating, but not in a funny way. Like, I actually don't think, like, I don't
like, you
think
don't
this
know
way.
when people are actually looking at
and
you,
I don't
or, like,
think that,
think
it's
this
not
way.
the first thing to come to my head when I'm thinking, like, oh, this guy wants me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I'm like, why is that your first inkling all the time? Relax. Like, just relax, you know?
And I'm a starer. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
look
looking
at
at
people.
if you're pretty, I'm looking. But
even if you're not.
even if you're not, right?
I'm
Like, if
just
you walk in a
looking.
room, I'm gonna see who came in the room.
I'm curious.
A lot of people are just looking, like they're
looking.
just walking, just observing things around them, and you happen to be in their peripheral, so they glance at you. You don't say, "Oh, he wants me," like, and they were checking me out.
He's gay? Must be
No,
bi.
he's gay, and he must be bi.
He mentioned that she used to be insecure, so like to me it sounds like she needs to prove something to him. Look how beautiful I am, like everyone wants me, you should be happy, like, you know what I mean, like everyone wants your girl. I don't know, that's giving the energy.
Yeah.
I understand him being like super turned off and not wanting to talk to him because it's like,
First of all,
this is B.
why are you telling me as your boyfriend
Like, I
that
get-
he's checking you out? Like, why are you trying to brag? Like, that's just bragging.
That's what
at
I
that
mean,
point.
like,
You're
it's
just
like-
bragging.
Like to kind of like show him like that he has someone that is so likable. Like I would be turned off too. It's like, can you stop? Like it's
Even as a friend, that's
it's
just
B,
that's
like, come
so
on.
B. To think every guy.
because I have to
is
fake
after
it up
you.
now. I have to be a fake person and
Yeah,
and,
like,
and
oh my God,
agree.
yeah,
Like,
he's totally looking
that's
at
exhausting
you.
for me. Am I the asshole for going home after my fiance revealed that I have to pay for her birthday dinner with friends and family?
Her birthday dinner with her friends and okay.
Yeah. Okay, my fiance, 31 female, Rose's birthday was days ago. Usually she'd have a big celebration for her birthday every year. This year she wasn't really able to do that since she's been out of a job for 5 whole months. She got depressed over the fact that she'd have to have a small party at home and lately started talking me into funding her birthday celebration. She offered me a number of compromises like picking out a cheaper restaurant and inviting less people. The answer was no, and here's why. I have a 5-year-old son with a chronic condition and I need every penny to be able to afford hospital bills. My fiance kept begging me till I blew up and I told her it won't happen. She stopped bringing it up, but then out of the blue she said that she's gonna have her birthday party at a restaurant and invite some friends and family. I said, really? That's great. I'm happy for you, but where'd you get the money? She said her parents would be paying for everything and insisted I join them. We arrived to the restaurant, had dinner, drinks, and her birthday cake. We had a great time till the bill came. My fiance put it in front of me and smiled nervously. I knew something was off with her behavior. I asked why she was putting it in front of me and she told me she lied about having her parents pay for the celebration and that she set the whole thing up to get me just to pay this time and she might consider paying me back later.
Might consider?
Yeah, might consider paying me back later.
Oh.
I asked if she was kidding, but she just stared.
Oh.
I was pissed, but didn't want to make a scene in public. After her parents tried to get me to suck it up and just pay, I got up, grabbed my phone, and turned to leave. She started shouting after me, but I shouted right back, saying that I was just a guest in this event and I need to go home now. I went home and she didn't come. I found out she went with her parents and then later had them send me some nasty texts to me calling me self-centered, selfish,
broke,
and
cheap,
unreasonable. And unreasonable, and accused me of prioritizing money over my future wife and pulling this nasty stunt on her birthday. I texted back saying she could have settled for a party at home, but she didn't. She refused to talk to me for now, and her parents kept saying I embarrassed their daughter in front of everyone, including their friends. Am I the asshole?
This is an ongoing like meme though. Like I've seen the situation of like girls saying if your man is at the birthday party, he should cover the bill.
Yeah.
Or even if like
Oh, this is too fatty.
not
Sorry.
even just for a birthday party, but just like
In general.
just in general,
With
like,
your friends.
he should cover the
Cover
bill.
the bill.
I'm so sorry, but
What do you think about
what
that?
I think that's my man, no? So he should only cover my bill. I don't think if I'm going out with my friends, I'm so sorry, and their man, I'm not ever gonna expect the man to pay
No,
for me.
not their man. Oh, like if you're there
If I
and
was in
one
this
man is there.
situation, you know, like no, you're not my man, you don't owe me anything, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I just think that's kind of crazy. If you do, cool, awesome, but
Yeah.
if you don't, it's not like, oh, you're supposed to do that. Like you're not, that's not your man, that's not your man, so I don't think that he should be paying.
Okay, like I think if it's a situation where it's like you and one friend and your man can pay for the table. Like I don't think that's a big deal because it's like
It's not a big deal, but do you think he should pay for it?
I think it's the polite thing to do. Maybe like culture, like I don't know, like I grew up seeing my dad pay for everyone. I just think it's like the nice thing to do. Like I'm not like, it's kind of like I'm gonna just pay for us and you pay for yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's 3 of us, like let me just grab her bill too. Like if it's like a whole table, that's a separate situation.
Yeah.
So I think like, I don't know, maybe that's what she wants for her birthday. Like, can you just pay for my birthday dinner? Fine, but he said no. Like that's the thing.
He's explained to her.
And he explained to her with a very
very reasonable,
a very fair
reasonable argument.
My kid is sick and he needs the money, not you,
Yeah.
Miss 31-year-old lady. you'll be fine with just a little get together at the house. Like, it's just so sneaky and evil.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if the parents even know that she told him that actually you don't have to cover this, my parents are going to cover it, and tricked him into coming. Because I'm sure if they knew, they wouldn't be like, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
And you embarrassed my daughter. Like, what?
And that
he should leave.
Yeah.
Like, that's disgusting behavior. You're 31 and you're
It's
you're
a birthday
doing that?
party too. Like, I don't know.
Grow up.
Birthday party, grow up.
Like, grow up.
They're not that big of a deal as you get older.
Like,
to be honest,
I get it,
you know,
have
like,
a celebration, but like you've been out of a job for 5 months. My kid is chronically sick. You know that. You're putting your needs over my sick kid
it's crazy.
for your birthday.
No,
I've like actually never heard of anything more selfish.
How much was the bill? Did
It
you
doesn't say how much the bill was, but if it's like
definitely hundreds of dollars.
maybe
though, like,
thousands, because
yeah.
it's like if you're getting food and drinks bring up your bill so
Bottles.
much.
No,
You're not the
you are
asshole,
not the asshole.
and honestly you should leave. Like, I would take that as such disrespect. I get what you're saying though, like, you're my man, you don't need to pay for everyone else. I just think like if it's one friend,
Yeah.
because that's like odd. It's like, well, she can pay her own bill. I don't know, I feel like that's not
How
nice.
do you say that to the way? Yeah, two separate.
Just one for us two and her. No, that's not nice. She's my friend. Like, it's okay, well, I'll pay for you. Like, but like for a whole table to expect your man to pay for everything, the expectation is wrong. And then like you need to communicate that, because it's not going to be a light bill. Like, that's probably how much your rent costs. You know,
walking out was the right thing to do. That is just rude, though. That is so. Oh my god, like, that's so inconsiderate. I don't know. When it comes to money, I think it's the way I grew up. Like, I just hate asking people to pay for things. Like, you know, like, even if it is my man, you don't know his financial situation.
and why can't you have a party at the house? And to like trick a man into doing it, and a man that you probably really love and probably really do respect. That is so disrespectful.
It's also very important to date someone, especially in a long-term relationship, who sees money the same way that you do. Because you can't have one person who's very frivolous spending versus a person who really values money and is responsible. That just will not work out. Like, it could be both of your upbringings or how much income both of you are making.
At least understanding that money is not like has a value. Like, you can't just
what if he didn't even have the money in his card? What then? What now? That's it though. We're done. This food is cold.
Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys have any submissions for Am I the Asshole, please send them to oshandakela@gmail.com. We're gonna put the email right here. We want to hear your particular story. So if you have a situation, please
let us know,
anonymous or not. If you don't want the name in it, just say anonymous, and we're not gonna put it in.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.